Okay, we can't mess up, chat. No more fates. No more dicking around. Everybody just fly next to these crystals. If I get locked out of MSQ, you would think that then I would end stream. But no, then I will then I will literally gather for 30 minutes. So we're doing all right. We're clearly we're struggling a little bit trying to get into a dungeon. All because of our own mishaps, but other than that, we're doing okay. So like gathering's like the safest thing to do, or like crafting, I guess. Look at this guy doing fates on his own. Yo, your chocobo's gonna die. Oh my gosh, your chocobo's gonna die. Oh my gosh, you're gonna die. Fine, I'll help. Oh, this guy's not part of the thing. This guy is though. Nice. Get out of here! That was so funny. I saw Jamesy like running away frantically, and then I realized the tank didn't accept it. I was like, what's going on? Didn't that happen to me last time? I think I like switched last minute. Because I was on Red Mage, or no, I was on Paladin, and then I had to switch back to Red Mage. That's funny. Is there a reason that they don't let you just accept and then it auto switches when you get in? I wonder if it's like, is there like a, have they ever stated a reason, or do we think it's just because of how the system works? Oh my gosh, you let your chocobo die. I mean, really, I let your chocobo die because I was watching and not helping, but you are the master of your own chocobo, so we're gonna say that responsibility lies with you. Just how it works. Got it. Oh, what have we got here? Where's the beastie? Oh, is it Valexia of the Blade? Oh, it's a touched one. Oh. Oh, you like can't even attack if you don't sink. Oh. You just dumped your chocobo? Whoa, what was that? Is that a Dragoon skill? You're from a giant nuke. Shouldn't I have? Oh my gosh, you do get double. I got 665 on that second to last fate. That's crazy. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Oh, your bard was low enough level so it aggroed everything. Got it. You know, my Chocobo will have a chance to grow later. They're still there. I gotta like summon it, but then we're just gonna leave. The other problem is I kind of want the tank barding, but like I don't want to. It takes a while to level. Is that right? Yo, my paladin's about to hit 56. Oh, Yissel is 56. I want to finish my logs so I can just never think about them, but I never finished the earlier ones, so there's nothing here. Next time I should literally teleport like right away as soon as I queue up. So these are bosses, these are mobs. Oh yeah, there's the healing one too. The healing barding's not bad. I should summon it. Oh, alright. Alright everybody, don't mess up. We got this. I have faith. Okay, I'm gonna trust that one of them is Yissel. Oh my gosh. Wake up! Whoever it is, wake up! It's the new year, wake up! Okay. Alright. We got this. Oh. What a journey. I'm just getting the DPS experience, that's all. Whoa. This is kind of intense. Yes. I was thinking that as soon as the cutscene played. That's all that's on my mind. Control 4. Control 4. Control 4. Yo, that intro's kind of sick. The intro to the song. The choir? Yeah. Oh, damn. So I need to like constantly have some manner of like increased protection going on. This little orb that's standing right next to me is very bothersome. Okay, so those ads I just let the other Tam take care of, yeah? that one's not the AoE. Oh, can he not be damaged right now? Oh. Now he can be damaged. Did we not take damage from that because of our healers? Also note that I'm asking these questions, but I will not read your answers until it's over. Oh, so that's the tether. So they're trying to collect the orbs. Should I always just have faith in my healer, like even for AoEs, or as long as they're not like tank busters? I don't know if that is, but oh, that was a teammate's thing. Yo, this music's sick though. That was cool. Oh, no one shot you. Oh, yeah?
I have taken thy measure, bringer of
Oh, hold on,
light.
cutscene. So when he was invincible, like channeling his thing,
And I judge
do you
thee
just
a
wait?
worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine.
Or was there something we should have been doing that others did,
Shrink
and I
not
just wasn't paying
from
attention?
employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows
just wait to
to
mitigate.
the
You
enemies
just time
of
it. Okay.
harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Oh. It's kind of like, so that was more of like a progression thing,
Thou
like,
hast
hey, you gotta
slain
like
the
kill the
Lord
ads
of
to,
Levin.
okay.
A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians.
Dun, dun,
But let us
dun.
conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Right. Just to make sure that, gotcha. That's pretty straightforward. So I did okay. Not perfect, but okay. Okay, so there's usually a surplus, okay, of orbs. That's good to know. Yeah, I moved away from him initially because it kept pulsing. And I was like, the fudge. Where am I going? South. Oh, hello, Caffrey. You need to on extreme since shock strike is for like. Oh, okay. Okay. So 3. Okay. Alright. I mean, when I'm trying to do like harder difficulties, I'll probably just have to refresh my. I'm asking all these questions. You're like answering all of them. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna like forget it in a week. I'm just like going through content and then like, wait, who was this again? What did he do? Bear with me, chat. Once I run it multiple times, I'll get it. I do fine on Lost Ark raids and dungeons. I'll get there eventually. Gotcha. Not closer. Right. Okay. Private Chobra, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? He challenged me to a duel. He challenged you to a test? The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest champion of peace. The other seeds here will wish to hear of your experiences. Pray return to Gridania. That was cool though. That one was kind of fun. Partially because it also like took us like more than 10 seconds. so it gave me time to like actually figure out what was going on. Wait, so even from here, is it faster to... No. From here, it's faster to go to Conjure. Okay, I'm just trying to get used to my travel patterns. I try to remember to weave in my abilities a little bit. Oh, that's true. Because they'll start catching up. Wait, so was that... Is it always synced if you go in as a full party? I guess I don't quite understand that part. Because it didn't say anything, right? Or like, are trials always synced or unsynced, or...
And none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramu ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
Conflict is a very subjective term.
Ramu made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union.
Yeah,
Yet
seriously.
the ties which
We went
bind
through all
the
that
alliance
trouble.
strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off.
Very far, as far as I can tell.
On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
Why, thank you. Oh, Duty Finder won't always. But pre-level cap, they will.
Lord Ramu has
Okay.
departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the
Uh-oh.
forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Uh-oh. Foreshadowing. Oh. Thus ends another daunting mission, eh, Epicom? I'd hoped Lord Ramu could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the primal sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger, too, was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Epicom? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Sure thing. At a certain point, I'm starting to wonder if I should put my return on frigging Revenant's Toll. I forgot to switch to Red Mage to go turn in that other quest after the trial, huh? That's okay. Bum, bum. Oh. Wait, why does that open the chat? Bum, bum. Welcome back, Epicom. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramu precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Alright, let's check it out. What did he find out? Avengers, assemble!
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence.
Ooh, okay.
In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little primer on etheric behavior.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Oh,
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape.
oh, that makes sense.
Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Body. But
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
because it doesn't instantly go back to the flow.
And in the claws of a Sahagin, no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
This is like the premise for
If mortal death entails a return
Hold
to
on.
the ethereal realm,
there's a movie I'm thinking
it
of.
seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Oh.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
Oh.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Oh, of course it's Y'shtola.
therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady.
So prevent it from going
Only when
back
we
to
have
their
trapped
zone.
the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison, can we hope to defeat its unnatural
Oh, have it be
constancy.
absorbed by... Okay.
Thus might even an eternal paragon
And then
be
kill it,
consigned
and
to
then it
oblivion.
dissipates. Got it.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Asian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
You guys ever watch that movie? The movie I was
I will
thinking of?
depart
Oh,
at
we're not done
once
yet.
to convene with the sages of Sharlayan.
Oh, this is getting
Together
interesting.
shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Oh, I don't want to stop, chat. I'm not going to stop. But I should, but I'm not going to.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Oh, still not done. Oh, it's... Oh my gosh. It's Organization 13. Oh no. The Lord of Levin is returned to the Ether, as was Leviathan before him. Igayorm. Ramu's acquiescence was most intriguing. Infernal, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man, Heidelin's servant, grows mightier by the day. Yet she proffers at great cost to her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Wait, she proffers at great cost to her mistress. Okay. Oh. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers her master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Oh. Divine seeds wherever want to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by the eager hand shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. So they're trying to summon that god. And I guess I'm turning into the key without knowing. Because I guess I am getting stronger by sucking away Heidelin's strength, is how I understand. You guys ever watch that movie? Ever see that movie? I'm pretty sure it's Denzel Washington. It's an old movie, but it's basically that concept. Like this murderer's soul. I forget exactly how it happens, but he's put to the death sentence, and he either chants something or something so that his soul starts to take over people. But if you kill them, the soul just takes over a different being. And so, I mean, it's a really old movie, so I'm sorry if these are spoilers. But then, like, Denzel Washington's, I think, the detective or cop who's like trying to figure out how to like stop this. And he figures out what's going on. He figures out it's the soul. So then he traps himself with the last person who got Oh, is it Fallen? Is that what it is? Let's see. Oh, yeah. No, it's this one. Because what happened... Chat, I mean, listen, it's a 1998 film, alright? If you want to watch it, cover your ears for like a minute. So what happens is Denzel Washington eventually finds like the last guy and traps him in a cabin in the woods, a deserted cabin. And he goes alone. And he poisons himself, I think, and kills the dude. Because once he's possessed, he probably wouldn't kill himself. So he poisons himself and kills the guy, by which now he gets possessed, but he's poisoned, so he dies. And like that's his final plan. But then you hear there's like a narrator voice of the soul, like throughout the film. And you hear him talk again. And as like the movie ends, it shows a cat like leave the cabin. It's a good movie. It's really good. It's very suspenseful. Even knowing it, it's still suspenseful. IMO. I've rewatched it a couple of times. Yeah, Fallen. We were just talking about that, Blackmore. Thanks, Kuro. Drink some water. Everyone stay hydrated in 2021. Oh, it's a good movie. Wow. Yeah, 1998. Wow, it is old. Guardian of Eorzea. Well, yeah, if you... Yeah, there you go. You'll just pretend. You'll just gasp at the very end. Now the matter of Ramu has, for the present, been put to rest. There is something I would show you. It is a letter of thanks signed by the leaders of the Alliance. It mentions in particular the names of all the defeated primals, including good King Makomog the 12th. No, it's not a movie, yeah. Yeah, basically, they must have all watched Fallen, obviously, and then played Kingdom Hearts. Needless to say, there's only... Or, I'm assuming some of them worked on Kingdom Hearts. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartfelt thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, and Eorzea is that much the safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own. And that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give hope. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in so doing. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the sylphs of Little Solace, who wish naught of conflict. Of Alisaie, who strives to unearth the terrible secrets of the calamity. And then there are the many unsung individuals who have gathered here in Revenant's Tull, honest men and women who seek to employ their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming, Antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust it will not inconvenience you unduly if I absent myself for a time. Oh, it was Alpha No. I thought it was Thancred. Alpha No, I take it the troubles in Ul'dah no longer require your attention? Yeah, what happened to that? There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to report such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. Organization 13. I have a message for you from Elle. You recall the refugee girl, the one whose parents were missing. They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Alphino, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Epicombe, you have been away from Revenant's Toll for some time, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Doman children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozan was his name. I believe he has some small matter he wishes to share with you. I only just noticed. What is going on with Minfilia's dress? Or like her long skirt, I guess. It's like a barrier. It's actually not a dress, it's just like a cone. That seems very not comfortable. I don't know how I haven't noticed that until now. Yozan? Yozan's the kid, right? The son of Hozan, who is the son of Homei. Yeah. Oh, he's in here. Oops. Hello, Yozan. Look, it's Miss Epicombe. She's back from her adventures. We heard you were off fighting primals and that there's some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Miss Epicombe? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals. What's all this commotion then? Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltonet. Did you know that Miss Epicombe is back? So it would seem. Welcome home, Epicombe. My companion and I but recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltonet. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. Is it Coltonet? Or Coltonet? Coltonet maybe. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore. We are adventurers, and we were just asking Miss Epicombe if she could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside her, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordana are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter-proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Epicombe? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Hoary, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Well, mayhaps I am, but what matters the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson? What say you, Epicombe? Would you consent to spar with me? Hurrah! We're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone. We must prepare our gear for an outing. Wait, you guys aren't participating, though. Do try not to disappoint them, Have faith, Coltonet. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make of this a worthy contest. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. What? No, because they were... my... Oh my goodness. I get the gist of it, because you guys have referenced similar things so much. I don't get the details, though. But that's okay. Let's go. Twas good of you to agree to this, Epicombe. I trust you are ready to begin. Bring it on, buddy. Very well. Let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Hori, are you certain you wish to fight her alone? That is Epicombe you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Epicombe to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. No trust. Hello, you haven't begun yet, have you? Oh. Yida? Who are these people? And when I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Epicombe's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, Bringer of Light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. That grin. Dude, you are weakerino. Hold on, my first stone. Quickly. Coltonate. I don't have time. Quickly. There we go. Oh, shoot. Mad weak. Look at all of them. Excuse me, sir. I believe the fight is over. What a jokes. What a bunch of yokers. You have bested me. I yield. All the songs are so good in this game. That was incredible. She beat them both at the same time. We knew you couldn't lose, Epicombe. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. Literally went and killed demigods. Tries to fight me 2v1. Come on. Impressive as always, Epicombe. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. Do you recall when we first met? It was at the memorial service for the Battle of Carteneau. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. 'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people. These wonderful, often infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish, a wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Oh shoot. No longer scions. We can just fly back, right? Oh, what's his plan? Ba-da-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. Oh, wrong person. Alpha now has long been laying the groundwork for this organization of his. Thank you for coming, Epicombe. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Savage Might. Oh, materia. Is skill speed cast time or cooldown? I assume cast time. Because like half your skills are on global cooldown. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would speak first of the grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th Astral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land, and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation accorded to the Scions. 'Tis my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Skill speed affects GCD. Spell speed affects cast time. Oh, okay. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, it is yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the Bringer of Light and a discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Lominsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Okay. So I got skill speed. Got it. Bulwark Hall. Kind of at a loss at where this is going. Oh. Oh. Is that a bard? Oh, wow. What the? Oh. I was like, why is there a dead person here? Oh, is this person crafting? Oh, look at that little seal. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, though.